Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the Phantom Fellows. Alright, so we can exit. We figured out the safe combination pretty easily. Pardon me. Hey, look, yet another old book. I was wondering what was down there. Let's see. Oliver, there must be hundreds of books dumped in here. Oh, it must have fallen out. Okay. Why did your eyes just glaze over? Oh, boy. Really? The moldy old book? Did I black out and take something again? What bother? And the headaches have been thrice as bad lately, too. The headaches are from trying to prove to me that you no longer poop by not going. I'm going to have a real look in the mirror about that someday. Anywhom, is the book at least interesting? I don't know, let's see. But I don't want to. It's not particularly interesting. Fine, it's The Isle of the Cross by H.M. Why does that sound familiar? No matter. The Isle of the Cross by H.M. That's a reference to something. I am missing it. But you know what? Now let's go in first. I haven't yet been vaguely promised fortune and glory by going in here, so I won't. Oh. Alright, fine. Will you go in? I do not know what is beyond the door, but Oliver is going to love it. No, it is growing inexplicable mold without my moisture. No. Alright, fine. I guess we're not going in there. No, it only furthers confusion. There's like a whole rail-based system in there, and the folders have pop-up windows and tiny hooks. It's all very sophisticated and frankly gatekeepy. Alright. Alright, what do we got this way? Oh.
It was right here. Man, how much time has passed? I was standing in this very spot when they cut the ribbon on that fancy library classification system. Of course, that's when the fight broke out.
Let's out, eh? You're no longer alone in the room, cough.
There was so much blood on the frosting. And my friend, she stabbed the wrong person.
Who was the right person?
Perhaps it was I. We were young, riding the crest of a wave, our whole lives ahead of us. That summer was supposed to change our lives forever. Then again, no one would be the same again after it, so I suppose it did. Alas, not how we all had hoped. I underestimated the importance of cake, and someone lost their life for it.
I think we all take cake pretty seriously. Oh my god, is there cake here? Tonight is going to be awesome if there's cake here. Forgive my forwardness, but what on earth are you going on about?
Just a crazy summer.
Trying to figure out what this guy's outfit might indicate he is, or what time period he's from, in fact.
One crazy summer that changed everything.
We get it. It is the only story being told in theaters right now. Listen, my name is Engelbert, and my breathing half here is Oliver. Aw, come on. We agreed to tell the next ghost that my name was Jimmy Strongbones. And we are looking for the spirit of a squirrel. Well, we were. Now I am pretty sure we are just looking for you.
He said death by chocolate. What a ridiculous name for a cake. Such an unfortunate set of final words. Why isn't this the library? This was just a library. Perhaps a week ago? A month? I promised him I'd get a book on frequencies and vibration for him, but someone inconsiderately built a pub over my library.
I really hope that we do not need your help at some point tonight. Mine? Man, that would be sweet. No. But also yes. If Oliver here can get information about the old library from the other...
He was right, though.
From the other breathers, will you consider responding to the things I say?
Oysters are wondrous creatures.
Terrific.
It really is as if a woman's flower became sentient and took to the sea. And flourished.
We are all done here. Oh, and he's faded away. Alright. Folding chairs are great for when you don't want to commit to having a chair, but want one in case of emergency quests. You know, the liquid in these tastes like it's been sitting in soggy old wood, too. And it's funny this should come up. Based on my readings, this is a pre-century lamp, huh? Intended for housing a kerosene burning device, but was converted for electricity. The lampshade is a dead giveaway. The simpler cylindrical glass shades near the base were clearly rounded, for the purpose of proper oxygen flow to the flame. In fact, it's almost a shame there's an electric bulb in it now. These lamps were known as hurricane lamps for their ability to keep a flame lit in high winds. I love you right now. Can I turn on the light? Yes! Oh, look at all of the things! Look at all of the things! This towel has so many microorganisms living on it that... How many microorganisms? Well, enough to where I'm hesitant to handle it? Oh. Yeah. Wait, I got one that's about sea monkeys. That boat has already set sail. It's not Minischewitz, which is the one kind of wine I can name drop and sound cool or edgy. And boy, do you. I can't. It's cup, except it's like crazy fragile. This type of drinking glass goes well with some classy cufflinks and a sly smile. Ketchup is fine if it's already on the thing, otherwise I'm not big on any two-step process. That was an interesting take on I am too lazy to dunk a fry. Do people like mustard before puberty? I feel like kids never like mustard, and then, like, half of them come around on it after having a decade to get bored of ketchup. Catsup, but otherwise I agree. I think bar napkins are just ultra-thin slices of cardboard. Nah, these don't say root on them. If I was at a party, I'd pour the neck out and hold the same bottle all night. Liquid in this bottle turns all words into fighting words. I wouldn't want potato juice before it fermented. I hear good things about gin and tap water. You can tell by the shape of the bottle that that liquor doesn't play by anyone's rules. Except its own super highbrow rules. I refuse to look at this one bottle in particular. Scotch is whiskey made in Scotland, and they really wanted you to know that. I'm not sure, but if it's that red stuff in a Shirley Temple, then hook it up to my veins. Should have been a then, not a than. Serving trays both hold a bunch of food and make it look fancy. It's a good look for humans. We were on that day. I mean, it depends on the serving tray. If it was plates versus bowls, that would be tough, right? No one cares. Like, bowls have cereal and noodles, but plates have pizza. Of course, plates are bigger, but bowls are stronger. I'm not going to bite. Why not both, Oliver? It's the shorter, more ambitious box of the two on offer. This box is leaned back in the shadows, making it the more suspect of the two boxes. These kegs are kind of cool. They look like they could house cryogenically frozen things. Main. Also, there's something with propellers on it behind them, but it's too big, so I'd have to move the kegs first. Kind of looks like something I can barely see. I'm going to have to move these supersized beers out of the way. Well, first of all, while I'd enjoy the chaos, Engelbert is just looking for an excuse to become a handful tonight. So no. Do it. No. Got it. It's a bussing towel, which means it is, and always has been, slightly damp. I'm going to pass on the strategically stale grape juice. I took the glass because, honestly, I'd like to start having guests over again. Already checked that off the list. I'm good. I'll just end up sitting on it. Nah, Rod's is better mustard. Maybe if I dispose of the napkins, disassemble the dispenser, and remove the spring inside, I could then use a spring to fidget with in my pocket. Nah, now I'm bored of that idea. No thanks, something about carbonated wet bread, it just isn't my flavor. I took it in case I end up with a laceration or the situation calls for me to be all sloppy. I like the old school green glass. The bottle looks like tiny architecture. But no, I don't want it. We've got a bottle of what appears to be thick water. A rag that's been slightly wet for 3 entire years now. A rocks glass. Possibly whiskey. Assuming it's vodka. I prefer my grape juice in a box. Ah, thank you. Nah, I only want the label, and no way it'll peel right off. I'll pass. Looking at the fluids in this place just makes me want a dry cracker. I want to sleep in a dry cracker. Nah, that box has a get your hands off me kind of demeanor. It's a lot more plates, which would be exciting if I was to break them. No. Oh. A tray could actually be a good multifunctional thing to have on me. Never mind. The metal was cold. I can't walk around with an empty bowl without begging for porridge. Alright, let's see about moving these things. Alright, first I'll just scooch this over a foot or 3. Now, I want to give it a... I know, I want to give up and try to force it through, but there's just one more keg to move. Out of 2. Okay. And now I'll just move this one to the side. It's interesting. It's a flying box, I guess? Looks like something a cartoon mouse would fly while getting heroically shot down in a battle against a cat. Alright, well, can I take it? Well, I don't know what to do with it, so I'll leave it. Actually, wait, I'm taking it. Fine, but you should show that to the barkeep, see what he knows about it. Maybe. Some sort of bonkers contraption. So it does open on the bottom, apparently. Alright. Well, we got lots of things, most of which will probably not be necessary. Ooh. Where's the light switch? There it is. Aha. Now, I already have one of those at home. It's either broke or gross, but it's mine. No, the absolute heck is it not? Dang, called out. You stole it from that poor hippopotamus keeper when we worked the haunted hippo case, I know. I had that hippo's pinky toenail lodged in my thigh for 3 winters. Seasons changed. Anyways, the first part is true. I do have one at home. No way, this jar always gets the last laugh. Actually, let's look at things first. Blenders are big angry cups. I lost $5 in some of my manhood trying to open that jar. That's right. The jar here and myself were previously acquainted. Let's be mature about this. It's a can filled with wet, pickled okra. Yum? Well, I do know someone who might enjoy that. It's Melba sauce. Credit to Lawrence. Put some brie inside pastry dough, bake it, and pour Melba over it. It'll make your mouth feel like a pampered clitoris. Okay. I don't know how you know what that feels like, Oliver. It's a box of pre-moistened spaghetti. I wonder if the factory is haunted. Did you hear that, Pickles? I said, I wonder if the factory is occupied. See, because the pasta's already moist. Wait, did I say occupied or haunted? Doesn't matter. I read that wrong anyway. It says, we rejoice in spaghetti, not pre-moistened spaghetti. Hard to tell with the other box in front of it. Some sort of cereal, I think. Yeah, but the yellow box, it's ever so slightly in the way. Alright, fine. I took the box of spaghetti because, well, something on this shelf was getting got. Gold Puff cereal, puffed rice covered in chemicals, and the mascot calls himself Daddy. Actually, I'm going to pass on the cereal. I'm in more of a salty mood than the sweet one. No, I'm not going to make any. Having melted brie for breakfast is like waking my stomach up in a fist fight. Nah, I'd have to look up what okra is, and that's like a whole trip to the library. No way, this jar always gets the last laugh. It's a hot box. You put food in here when the bacteria is all gone, and then you eat it. Until the bacteria is all gone. There's less visible stains on the wall with the lights on, which is strange. It says the last time the power went out. And it hurts your eyes green. And it hurts your eyes green. Last time I used a knife on a case, I cut some of my fingerprint off. I had to make the ghost a peach cobbler to get paid. Last time I used okay. Every glass of water from one of these comes with a little bit of dinosaur pee in it. Or your money back. The right cabinet is the grumpy one of the three cabinets. But it's not its fault. The oven is right next to it, so it's always hot and cranky. Of the three cabinets, this one is the business cabinet. Like, when you're ready to stop dicking around, come see the middle cabinet. Now, what I like about the farmost cabinet, left cabinet, is that it's very much its own cabinet. It's like, hey, I'm the leftmost cabinet. Deal with it. Anything? Anything? Neat, they made this pot out of pennies. Ooh. I want it. I took the copper pot because it is now my super fancy extra large cereal bowl with handle. Actually, do they have a ladle in here? Ladle is a fun word to say several times in a row. Ladle, ladle, ladle. It would seem I am forced to concur. Alright, nothing in there. Okay, just turn on the faucet. As we have to. It's a bug zapper, an unfortunate part of a lot of kitchens in the west and the south. Maybe even the north and east, too. Maybe the north and east and not the south, I don't know. Point is, the UV light gives the bugs, like, warm hugs, and then they don't bother anyone no more. Shockingly, accidentally, and eventually accurate. Anything in the fridge? I can see the head of a fish pressed up against a bag in there. I'm realizing now that fish eyes were kind of designed to make them look dead, stuffed up against a bag. Okay, so... Alright, well, I can just leave it open. Most of the food is in containers or baggies. Poor little foods. Already leftovers before they were even cooked. This This is the worst kind of fridge for a 2 a.m. raid. It's just a bunch of sloppy bags and a loose direction to head in. Alright, well, that was fun. I'm taking none of it. Okay. My sister used to date a guy whose dad invented the exit sign. You do not have a sister. Oh, yeah. Can we turn on the stoves? I pushed the button. I pushed it real good. You're not Frank, though. Alright, well, not seeing anything else there, so... Can't go that way. Back out we go. Oh, good, the light is on there. Alright, so we need to find out about this, this library. I guess we'll start by talking to Tara and the patrons. Well, patron. But that will be for next time. See you then, everyone.